right there. Oh, God. Been eating a lot of fruit. All right there, my name's Chris Dangerfield. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for supporting me again. Oh, thanks to all the new patrons. I've also now got PayPal, which is very easy for one-off donations. You can find the link to that in the description. Just click on it and take it there, simple as. Thank you very much enough for that shizzle. I was sitting there, I watched a video last night of someone walking around their hometown in Leeds, this dear little country English village. And I thought, well, I live in central London, I'll do that. And it's nice to be inspired. So I walked around tonight, took loads of footage, come home, downloading it. It's taking ages. And I was just sitting there thinking, man, this is a drag. Started flicking through some videos and I was watching a video about the Hollywood casting couch. You know, not just the chaise lounge, but the fact that you come in, sit down, lay down, take cock, get the role in the movie. You know, that's how it kind of worked. You know, lay down, legs akimbo, legs akimbo, here we go, sexy Jimbo. I never done that. I've never been fucked on a casting couch, although I have been fucked up in castings. Now, you ask, how did I end up in casting? Well, I'll tell you why. I was lied to by an agent. When you get into comedy, you think having an agent legitimizes you. You want to have an agent so you can say to people, other new comedians who also don't require agents, you can go, yeah, I'm signed with so-and-so, yeah, and be all like blasé about it, whereas really it's the most important part of your life. The thing is, you don't need an agent until you need an agent. What do you need an agent for? You need an agent for dealing with contracts, dealing with producers, etc., dealing with money, all the sort of things you don't need when you've only been doing comedy for a couple of fucking years. Now, the other weird thing is, young comics, people, by the time you need an agent, they'll have found you. That's how it's going to work, because you'll have done the work needed. That's how they've got their radar. They know where they're looking. If you're not there, they don't want you. So they'll come to you anyway. One of them come to me after a gig in North London. He come up to me and went, hi, are you interested in working in the telly? You ever thought about the bright lights of big city? And I was like, yeah, that'll be right. He went, here's my card. Give me his card. Rang him, had a couple of meetings with him. I went, look, if you reckon you can do something, we can work something together. Nice, sweet, no problem. A few weeks later, he said to me, I've got a casting for you for a George Michael. you know the George Michael. Well, you gotta have faith, baby. Not his best. What I prefer is Club Tropicana, drinks are free. Fun and sunshine, there's enough for everyone. Whoa, yeah, lovely. What about dear mummy, dear daddy, I am 19 as you see. I'm handsome, tall and strong. But what on earth gives you the right to look at me? Still in the brain. To say, hell, what went wrong? Where were you last night? You look as if you've had a fight. If you're new to this channel, stick with it a bit longer. Where were you last night? Doo-doo-doo. I'm a soul boy. I'm a dough boy. Anyway, that George Michael. The gay geezer died recently, you know what I mean. It was a gig to be a police officer in one of his gay pop videos. Probably a gay police officer. You know, these are for gays. I would have probably ended up with mirror sunglasses on, a tight shirt, being gay, being a soy boy. Now, I said to him, hang on, I'm a comic. I am not an actor. I'm not even a bad actor, because I'm not an actor. And he convinced me. We had a cup of tea and he said, look, he said, the reason I'm getting you acting jobs, and that was new to me. I was like, what? How are you? He went, it's because you'll be working with people who also produce comedy for television and film. It's the industry. Get in there, get in front of them. Even if you don't get the acting roles, they'll remember you and they'll remember you're a comedian. And then when a gig actually comes up, blah, blah, he sold it to me. It was a lie. Absolute lies. He just was another one in his factory of nerds going into advertising. Anyways, I kind of bought it. And I got up one morning, gone to the casting place. Oh, man. As soon as I got in there, there's these other two blokes. Well, gay. And I didn't even have a minute to sit down. I was a bit late anyway. As I walked in, this woman come out. You can imagine, sort of clipboard, last night's cocaine still hanging down her nose. She went, hi, guys. Right, it's the three of you, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, it's Tarquin, Pedro and Chris, yeah? And it's like, yeah. So she went, come on, come through. We've gone in there without ado. She went, okay, what we've got going on is, right, so George has been kidnapped. I mean, not really, God. So George has been kidnapped, like, in the promo. And you're the first responders, okay? You are the law. You're there, you're watching, you're engaged, you're alive, you're prepared, you're ready, okay? So when I say action, I want you just to be aware, you know, look to me as if I'm the building containing George and the kidnapper. At a certain point, I will then say action or go, yeah? And what I want you to do then is just as if a man's put a gun to George's head, you've pulled your weapons, yeah? You've pulled your weapons and just sort of hold that pose, okay? That's all I want you to do. Is everyone good at that? Right, okay, action. And out of nowhere, these other two, bang, they're suddenly like, oh, Bill, they're coppers, they're actors, they're nailing it. And I'm like, shit, I suddenly think I'm in a room with two policemen. And I'm not an actor, I'm just going, ooh, oh, George. Whereas these two, like one of them, he's got his radio out. He hasn't got a radio, but he might as well have. He's like, he's going, yeah, Charlie Alpha 1, we got a situation. And the other one's going, it's just convincing the trained actors, trained to do that. Actors these days trained to get through castings. Yeah, apparently it's a different skill to the real gig. So I'm just nothing. I'm just sort of going, yeah, hey, oh, ooh, hey. And then she goes, now, right? And she calls it. The other two, great. One of them's just like, well, in fairness, I don't see what they do because I think you've got to go for it now. And what I do, yeah, like a prick, I jump up in the air. So first of all, let's just imagine that's head height. I go, I jump up and then I land. Now, to tell you what my pose is, imagine I'm on a horse. Take the horse away. I'm just there, but I've gone like that. Like, with this. Like sort of gun out going, but I can't move. And my knees are now killing me. And I'm going, not these two. They're totally convincing. One of them's going, and the other one's like, and I'm just going. It's so embarrassing. Even she looks at me as if, what the fuck are you doing? I'm about 3 foot shorter than the other two because I'm with my arm out. She goes, okay, great. She went, I liked it a lot. Okay, I've got your contact details. I'll be getting back to you. Have a great day. We just walk out. And I just walk home humiliated. I just think, I can't believe that's on tape. Me just standing there. Proper legs apart, but knees bent. Like, didn't get it. Didn't get that gig. About 3 weeks later, I get another call from him. He went, I've got you a great one. He went, it's an advert for Captain Morgan's spiced rum. I think it is. I can't remember exactly. Some sort of whiskey. I think it was Captain Morgan's spiced rum. Some sort of spice drink. And he said, this one's just for you. So I got the script downloaded. And what it basically was imagine a mansion. They wanted me to imagine the mansion as Captain Morgan's brain. And I was walking around it. Now each room was a different aspect of the incredibly complex flavour of Captain Morgan. So the first room's red. There's red sun leaking in through the red silk sort of flowing curtains. There's a couple of oriental women there. It's sort of going wang, dang, 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 dang. The floor's covered in red powder. It's all up the walls. It's like just thrown about. And this is like the chili spice. So when I'm in there, the words were something like chili. It was like, no, I'm gonna keep it neutral because you'll see why. It was like chili from the Orient, dances across the tongue, leaves behind a memory, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? Next room was all green, like fresh green with grass on the floor. And you could see blue skies out the windows. There's a couple of little girls washing limes in what was like a waterfall or something weird. And in there it was sort of like the fresh citrus fruit that dances around the glass and offers a part. All this, you know, like sort of lyrical prose of describing the flavours of whiskey through a walk through a house that is the, you know, nonsense advertising. And this carried on through 4 or 5 different themed rooms. Now, I don't know why I made the next decision. Oh, I do actually, because I'm not a fucking actor. But instead of just reading it, I learnt it off by heart, and I learnt it like a pompous twit. Yeah. I was there. Now, I'll tell you what happened. So I've learnt it. I've gone in the next day and I've walked in. And then she was quite sweet. She went, "Hi, Chris, you're the comedian, yeah?" I went, "Yeah." She went, "Yeah, so-and-so, the agent." She went, "He told me I might need to work a bit with you, but he thinks you've got something, yeah?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I've got something. Oh, yeah, when I was a kid, I thought, oh, I can't wait to be big in selling alcohol." I always wanted to be an advertising actor. Yeah, I always knew I was special. I was like, "Okay, great." And she said, "Okay." She went, "Just sit down. The script's on the desk. Just read it." And I went, "Oh, no." I went, "I've learnt it." And she sort of looked at me a bit puzzled, like I didn't have to or something. And I went, "No, it's all right. I've learnt it." And she went, "Okay." Then it gets embarrassing. I start pacing around like... I'm like this. Like as if it's my stage. I'm sort of all like... And I go, "Ah! What abandon upon this grateful tongue did thine juice delight upon my oriental spice that left memories of another time disappearing via echoes of taste? Upon which eerie glosser did the ghost of my former friend leave me abandoned upon the fruits of thine child?" Open the door, pretend to go into the next room. "Ah, in the autumn of our favour, and upon this quiet month where rain did still itself, whilst memories of battles and wars upon thee strike me down and allow that bitter, violent truth beyond truth, beyond truth." Last room, and Captain Morgan's now in that room in the script. "Ah, yes, he is there. Ha ha! They come to him, they ask him, but knowledge is not his thing, experience is his bequest. For he is raised sullen truth. There is only one captain, my captain." And I look at her and she goes, "No shit," she went. And as soon as she broke the frame of reference, the fuck knows why I went for that. I just thought, that is so weak. The camera operator, this young girl, hot as hell, and I was just, oh man, I thought that's on tape and everything. That's been recorded. Still exists, it's out there. I just thought, shit. And she went to me, she went, "Now, I mean, it was like a fucking Greek tragedy." She went, "I don't think that's your natural voice." No, it's not. She went, "Just sit down and read the script." So I just sat down and went, "Upon the Thursday where did this flavour," and when I finished, she went, "Thanks. Yeah, didn't hear from them." About a month later, I was in the Edinburgh Festival and he contacted me. He went, "Listen, they've seen your show reel. They've seen you do stand up. It's for the HP brown sauce, yeah. It's a great advert. Very simple." I went, "I'm not interested." He went, "I've emailed it to you. Have a look." I've opened it up and I can't remember. The punchline was me in a suit with a sausage sandwich. Take a bite from it, look at the camera and go, "Heinz HP sauce." But probably in my normal accent. Imagine, "Heinz, the wonderful taste of Heinz, the H to the P sauce." HP sauce turns a sandwich into a manwich. Now, can you imagine with my shtick, my spiel, like the Crack Diaries, Sex Tourist, Fear and Loathing and Patong, all the stuff I used to tell as a comedian. If you're known as the bloke that said, "turns a sandwich into a manwich," that every gig you do, they're going to shout that out at you. It would have ruined my life. I'd still been getting it. Thank fuck I stopped it. There you go. Just a little bit about casting. "I would suggest thee does not upon such absent nights decide what love once was, once will never again hide. Farewell upon the water that did once between countries met. Find uselessness in abstinence and glory in a net." looking at girls on the internet.
Hey, soldier.
I'm looking at girls.
Do you know who's in command here?
Yeah.